Hey everybody, still working on the apocalypse stuff, and I'm considering using one of two formations, and both formations require Hellions. Let's see how far back I need to get before it looks good. I don't know, but anyways, requires one unit of Hellions, so I'm currently working on their boards. And I'm a little stuffy. I think I caught a cold a couple days ago. But anyways, so yeah, I'm working on the boards for them, and maybe this morning before I head out, I'll crank out the airbrush and airbrush in blue. So I got one more of these to get off the sprue and glue that together, get the rockets there, and then get the guys on them. I got two helmets on, the grotesques. This one went on okay. This one, the glue exploded on me, and so the glue came out the front. I've been kind of wiping it off, trying to get rid of it, but maybe I'll just treat it as some rust effects on there, just to give it some, use it as texture. So yeah, I use a quick grip to put the models together, and then you can see here that that's a pretty big nozzle that produces a lot of glue. I like using the quick grip because it really seems to be impact resistant. So a lot of the models, if I drop them, this seems to really hold up to it. And then the other good thing about it too is that I can take the parts, say like I mean, it only works for the models that I've got it glued on, but like say like this guy here, say I don't want that axe anymore, I can actually grab his hand and tear it off the body. Now the arms, I think the arms used super glue, so that won't work as well. Now it does hold up. I mean, like if it drops or something like that, like I said, it holds up to the impact, but it doesn't have a good tensile strength to tearing. So then you can tear it off, you can clean the glue off, and then you can put a different weapon on. So that's why I do kind of like using this quick grip, even though it's messy. Because it's not easy to get the right amount of glue on, but it really is good for impact resistant. I think even like the vials. So like here's an example. Here's Vial's hand. Now she's been dropped a few times, and this one hand here was put together with the quick grip, and you can see it's still stuck, but it hasn't come off. And that's that kind of rubber base, it's the rubber base appeal for that quick grip. So anyways, thanks for watching, take care. More work to be done. Hey everybody, I just want to go over the kind of like an after action report for the Apocalypse game that I played on Saturday at the GW store. I don't know if I can get them on. Alright, so this is really the infantry units that I had in a way. What I brought was for 2,500 points. I brought 3 Ravager Titan units. There were 3 Ravengers per formation, so I had 9 Ravengers on the table, and then I had a deep striking unit of Incubi with a, you can see here, with a Archon, and then Drazer was attached to it. And I also had a Grotesquerie, so there's the Grotesques, and I also had one Beast Pack with a Succubus attached to it. So I had one grotesque start on the table, because as far as I understand, the formation is that they're still individual units. They're not like grouped together, because if it was the case, then why would you have two separate units for the grotesque? Why wouldn't they just tell you you gotta take one unit with at least 6 models? But anyways, so I had one unit of grotesque deep strike with the vial, and we'll just I'm gonna get in close now. I'm gonna put this light away, and we'll kind of review some things. So I was planning on bringing Hellions. I was gonna do a Raider strike party, but I didn't get the Hellions. I didn't get the Hellions put together, so I just changed the list and went with the 10-man Incubi unit with Razor and the Archon. Here's the grotesques. I was just busy kind of gluing the arms on it. One model didn't get arms, so he was headbutting people. And then here's the Razor wings that I built and put them in the list so I could try them out. And there's the Cloud Fiend. Not finished yet. As you can tell, he's got a little gap there on his tail that hasn't been painted. So yeah, what happened? Deep Strike the Vial with the... She had a liquefier gun, and so did the one grotesque. Shot at a couple guards, and I think out of the 8 wounds total that they caused, they both only killed two whole models out of the guard. These guys, they got into an assault with an apothecary on a bike, I think. So there was like 9, 3, 3, 4, 12, 10. So yeah, there was like 10 attacks from these guys. And the upgrade, the combat drug that they had, or their steroids that they had, was they had a +1 to their toughness, so they were toughness 6 on the table. These guys had deep strike down, but before they could assault, they got shot up pretty good and failed their leadership test, leadership of 8 because of the succubus, and fell back. The demon saves worked out somewhat well, because it got attacked by three different players that weighed the demons down. And then I used the calculator real quick to figure out the percentage of fallback, and I mean the fallback, but morale tests. So I made the morale and fell back. The 3 Ravager Titan Hunters units I had, formations I had, they didn't really do too much. Basically I just took out, I think I took out 2 Punishers, or I took out 1 Punisher, 1 transport vehicle, and that was pretty much it. 1 Ravager got targeted by a Vindicator, and with the 2-up Jink, avoided getting hit. I had another Ravager from a different formation get hit, and took a pen but got stunned. No, it was a glance. But the biggest thing that took out a vehicle was trying to move my commander vehicle in over difficult terrain, and then I'm immobilizing it in the trees. And one of the other players said I sucked up a squirrel into the engine and it took it out. So that's what. So the one thing that gets put out of commission was by me moving into terrain, such as it is. So yeah, boy, the only thing. So these 2 things got in combat. Turn 3, they assaulted a vehicle and took it out with a haywire grenade. They got shot up by a Punisher, but armor save and feel no pain was turn 2, so they had feel no pain 6. Managed to save the wounds, and then I lost 2 to the same Vindicator afterwards. And yeah, the Ravengers, the biggest problem was I didn't want to move in front of the other players. I had a Imperial Guard around my Ravengers, and I felt like if I moved my vehicles forward, it would have blocked the line of sight for the guard player. But I kind of needed to move forward in order to get the range with the Dark Lances. So unfortunately, I was pretty ineffective for the team. I just didn't really have anything that could contribute. And then when I finally was asked to move forward, I was going to move forward, but then other players moved into the position where I could move in to be effective, and that pretty much put a kibosh on that. So yeah, the most action I think I received as a Dark Elder player was watching my Ravengers get knocked over. I think they got knocked over probably 10 times. I had one gunner fail his feel no pain, and he lost his head. Got ripped right off of him. So, alright, overall, it was an interesting game. So it's like, that's 2 Apocalypse games now played at the GW store. There's another one coming up, and so yeah, see if I have a different list. This time we got teams picked. I was going to be an attacker, but now hearsay says I'm defender, so we'll see. I'll have to make a different list for that. Alright folks, thanks for watching. Take care.